Hello, I'm Roger Blake, the Executive Director of the California Interscholastic Federation. Thank you for joining us in today's webinar. Today is a very serious subject for all of us involved in high school sports here in California. We want to talk today about what might happen and foreseeable issues that occur on high school campuses. Specifically, I'm talking about catastrophic injuries and death. I am very saddened to report that so far this fall, we've had 2 deaths here in California of participating student athletes. At the time of these tragedies, our school community works very hard to deal with the mourning and the loss that occurs within the community. But shortly thereafter, everyone will begin to question and look at, did we do everything possible? Were we prepared? Did we have an action plan in place in case of a catastrophic or a serious injury? These documents help us as school leaders be prepared in case of litigation. These documents, more importantly though, are vital instruments that we can use at our school sites to help with the day-to-day operations with our coaches. Because seconds and minutes can make the difference of life and death. 68% of our coaches in California are walk-ons. And we as school leaders have to be able to answer several questions. What are we doing to help prepare our walk-on coaches? What steps are we taking to help them be in the best position to serve our student athletes in cases of emergency, from be it a minor injury to a catastrophic injury? Working with our state CIFs, sports medicine advisory doctors, and our legal counsel throughout the state, we've developed 2 forms that are going out this week in the mail to all 1,527 high schools in California. The first one is the Athletic Department Emergency Action Plan. This is a document that we hope you'll reproduce and use to help assist you in training and preparing your students and your coaches in case of an emergency on your campus in the athletic realm. Let's use softball as an example. Our junior varsity or freshman softball team may be practicing on an outer field. What happens? What should that coach do? What should the students do in case of an emergency, of an injury, and in the worst case scenario, a catastrophic injury? We want to be able and be prepared. We hope that this form sets up a framework for you as the school leader to work with your coaches. Where's the nearest phone to that field? Where's the cross streets? Because when the student, it may often be a student calling 911, the emergency services are going to ask, what are the cross streets? Students may not know what the cross streets are close by. Where should someone meet the ambulance and the paramedics when they arrive on campus? These are all little things, but it only takes a few minutes for each coach to go over with their student athletes to help them be better prepared in case of these emergencies. This form is easily filled out, and it should be specific for each school and practice site. The softball team's emergency entrance and availability for the gates is different than it would be for the basketball team in the gymnasium. The second document sent out this month is the Event Emergency Guidelines. We have been preparing for years, and every school year we revise our school emergency response plan. Each teacher, each department has different responsibilities. We need to do the same type of planning in the athletic realm. And this document, we hope, helps this athletic department and the school to include athletic events in this planning. One of the things we've unfortunately learned as an outcome of the Boston Marathon bombings is athletic events are considered soft targets. Athletic events aren't always targeted by terrorists. Sometimes it can just be a deranged fan. What are we going to do if tragedy occurs at one of our events? We hope this 14-page document, which is in Word, school districts can modify and adapt to help them fit their needs at their school sites. What do we do if there's a bomb threat? What do we do if the power goes out at the football game? One of the first things that we learn in administration is being prepared. Look ahead at the future. Is it foreseeable? We hope that these 2 documents working together at your school site gives you added tools to help you become prepared in case of a catastrophic injury or an emergency takes place on your campus. These documents are in Word on the CIF website so that it's easily downloadable and can be modified and adapted to fit your school needs, as each school site is a little bit different and how you will respond to an emergency may be a little bit different. What is not different in California is that all 1,527 CIF member high schools must be prepared to deal with injuries of their student athletes. We must be prepared to deal with emergency situations that can occur at our athletic events. We hope these two documents will give you some added tools to help you be better prepared and better serve the student athletes of California. On behalf of 800,000 student athletes who count on all of us to do the right thing at the right time, thank you for joining us today, and we hope these documents assist you in assisting the kids of California.